Hello everyone. In today's session, we are going to discuss the continuation part of HTML. Before moving to the continuation part, I'm just want a recap on what we discussed earlier. Okay, so let's have a recap. Firstly, we discussed something like what is HTML, why it is used. Yeah, it stands for Hypertext Markup Language. And what is HTML means? It is used to create the web pages, create the content part. It is used to describe the structure, the elements which tells the browser how to display the content. Everything we discussed it, correct? Yeah, okay. Now, what is the web browser, why it is used, what is the reason, what is the purpose, everything we discussed it. Why it is used? Because it is used to read the HTML documents and display them correctly. Next, we discuss something like HTML version list. In that, the latest version which we are using as HTML 5.0. And who invented means you have to say the name Tim Berners-Lee in the year of 1990. Okay. Then we discuss something like page structure. Page structure which starts with HTML tag, ends with HTML tag. Inside that HTML tag, we will be having two parts over here. What is that? Head and one more thing as a body. Okay, next we discuss something like the structure explanation. Always it's going to start with HTML tag, and it comes next, the tag will be head tag, and head includes what we have, title tag. Next comes the body tag, where visible contents appears. Okay, the explanation also I discussed it here. First statement, you have to write the declaration part. The declaration is doctor type HTML. What is doctor type means? It is a document type of which file it is, HTML files, which is having the version, which version which we are using. Currently we are using it as HTML 5.0 version. And HTML tag is a root element. It always starts with HTML tag. And head, which is having the information about the HTML tag page. Okay, and title what it is specifying, a title for the HTML page. Okay, then we moved a body tag. The next tag will be body tag, where all visible contents appears. The visible contents such as headings, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, tables, list, everything. Okay, which includes in the body tag. Okay, next we discuss something called as editors. Editors which we are currently using Notepad, and you can use Notepad++, Visual Studio Code as a blunt text editor also. Most of the softwares are using Notepad, Notepad++, VS Code. Okay, firstly we will start with a Notepad. Very simple. Why? Because we have to know every tag, whatever we are using in the HTML. So that is the reason. Firstly, we will start with Notepad, then we will switch to Visual Studio Code. Okay. We discuss something examples over here. Simple examples I took. Heading and paragraph. Okay. Then how to weave the HTML page in your browser also. There are like two ways. You can double click on the file, or else you can choose the right click and choose open with. These two ways you can use, you can weave the page also. Then we discuss something called as HTML text formattings. In that text formatting, so many text formattings are available in the HTML. These are the basic things. Basic only we will discuss it. Okay. Here, bold, strong. Okay. The bold text and the strong text. Bold is the common bold text itself, but strong is the important text. Browser will understand this is the important text, this is not the important text. That is the difference, main difference. But they work similar. Okay. And we discuss italic text. Italic. Italic and emphasized. Both are same. You can use italic also, emphasized also. So which is always, not a normal text it is. It is having some inclination over it. That is the reason we are using it as italic one. Next, we discuss something called as mark tag. What is mark tag? It is used to highlight the text. Okay, that is the reason we are using it. And we discuss something called as underlined. Underline means whenever we wanted to underline the word or a sentence, then we can use the underline text. Okay, then underline, one more I have insert also we are using it. Okay, and strike text. Strike means it is displays the element displayed with a strike through. It is a thin line which cross the statement. Strike and delete, extremely it is same only. Same, you can use the strike also, you can use the deleted text also. Both you can use. Okay. And next we discuss inserted. Inserted and underline will be having a difference here. What is the difference? Main difference is inserted means we are adding the word. Then automatically it takes the underline also. But underline, we are having a underline for the existing word. Here we are inserting, we are adding it, but in the underline, we are not adding the word there. Existing word only we are underlining it. So that's the main difference. Okay. Then today we are going to discuss what is HTML element. Is defined by a start tag, some content, and an end tag. Very important. Okay. End tag also. So let's tag name. First, you have to write the tag name, whatever the tag name, and in between the tag name, what you are writing here, content part, and tag will be ended here. So this is the whole thing. We say this as a HTML and element, which includes start tag, some content, and end tag. The HTML element is everything from the start tag to the end tag. See here, this is the example I just showed here. First, we have taken it as a heading. My first heading is the content part. This is the start tag of heading, and this is the end tag of heading. Then whole thing, what we say, HTML element. And here also, paragraph is the start tag, and my first paragraph is the content part. And what is the end tag here? Paragraph end tag. This whole thing we say it as element. Here I have just given head is start tag, my first heading is content, end tag is the heading tag, and paragraph, my first paragraph, and here it goes like this. Paragraph should be ended. This is the end tag. Okay. Then break. Break which is not having a content also and end tag also. See, this is break we call a single tag, not a double tag. Okay. Now, just explain briefly with an suppose if I take some example over here. Example is simple. Mark. We are using mark tag as a text formatting. So here this is mark. Let's have end tag also. Here this is the mark. This is the start tag. Correct? Then come back to the content part. This is mark is the content part. Then finally what we have, the close tag of mark. So let's end it. End tag. Okay, this is the end tag. Okay, this whole thing what we say, element, very simple. Start tag, let's have start tag plus contain part plus end tag. The whole thing what we say, HTML element. Okay, this is the main important thing in HTML. If you know element, then it will be very easier. Okay, now you understood clearly what is HTML element. Let's go to next. So let's have a brief explanation about HTML attributes. Very important topic. Let's have it, okay? All HTML elements can have attributes. Every element is having attributes. The attributes provide what it will be doing. Additional information about elements. Additional information about elements. What are the additional information it is going to give? Attributes always specified in the start tag first. Okay, start tag. Start tag. Then attributes usually come in name or value pairs. Like name we have to give firstly, then assigning to the value you have to give in secondly. Okay, so let's have a simple explanation over here. We are talking about now HTML attributes. Okay, let's have it. What is HTML attributes means? It always gives additional information, info about, I'm just writing shortcut, about elements, HTML elements. For example, I'm going to take one example here. Firstly, I'll take it as heading. This is heading. This is the largest heading, as you know already. Okay, here, this heading, if I'm writing in the notepad and just viewing in the browser means, it always aligns at the left side by default. Okay, I just want this heading in the center or in the right side. Then what we can do, we can give attributes over here. What is the attribute here I have to give? Align is the attribute name. Assigning to the value which side you want, that you have to give. This is what the complete attribute name and the value. Always it comes in the pair. Name you have to give, then you have to give the side whichever you want, the value which you want. Okay, understood? So let's have one simple example for this attributes. Let's create a one file. This I'm going to save. How to create the file? HTML file. Doctor type HTML. HTML starts with HTML tag. Okay, here inside that head we have to do head. Inside what we have? Title. Title I'll just give HTML attributes. Then after that what we have? Body. I'm going to save this file. Let's save attribute .html. Without extension, if you're saving, it is considered as a text document only. Okay. In the body tag, I'm going to write the content here. Firstly, I'll just write it as heading. Welcome to classes. Okay, I'm going to end the tag. I'm going to save this file. Now, where I've saved in the folder, HTML education folder, in that I have HTML attribute. Double click, or you can do right click and choose open with also you can do. I'll just open with Google Chrome. So welcome to HTML classes. Heading, it is by default it is aligning at the left side. Okay, but this I want in the right side. How to do? Use the attributes. Attribute name is the align. Attribute value is right. Go and just reload the page. Can you see this is aligned in the right side? Getting my point? Like way, this I just want the center. How to do that? You cannot write like here align as a center. You have to use the directly centered. Save and just go and refresh the page. See here it is aligning in the right only, but it is not coming in the center. Correct. So what you have to do, this center tag you should not give before the start tag comes of heading. Okay, you have to give after the heading start tag, where it is going to be here. Okay, here, then you should end it before the heading ends. Okay, here you have to end it. Save the file perfectly, then you just reload the page. Now it comes center. Got the point? Okay, like way I just want to align with the uh, paragraph also. Paragraph, this, let's have paragraph over here, then will be better. Let's have information in a Wikipedia. Okay, here I'll be taking something paragraph over here. Let's open this file. Yeah, page is opened. Now this paragraph I just want to put it in here. Okay, I have added it. Now save the file, and you have to end here. Where you have to end? After India, I have to end the tag. Okay, now you go and just reload the page over here. The paragraph comes. Can you see the paragraph over here? Yeah, this paragraph by default, suppose if you see, by default it is arranging in the left. I just want this in the right side. How to do that? What you have to write? Align as attribute, and what you need to do here? Right. Save. Now you see the changes. Here it is left, right? Now it is aligning in the right side. See, some gap it is coming. It is aligning in the right side. Now this I just want in the center. What we can do? The same thing which we apply for this. Yeah, where you have to end it before the paragraph ends. Save and go here and just refresh the page. Now see, here also gap, here also gap, which means that exactly center it is aligned. Okay, this is a simple example. Let's go. Not only align attribute we have many attributes. I'll just give you example. Let's have example over here. Just open the file, attribute file. Okay, examples. Attributes. Align we have. Style is also attribute. Class is as also attribute. ID is also attribute. Okay, like so many things will be having as a attribute over here. We'll discuss it, don't worry. Now you understood clearly what is HTML attributes. It always provides the additional information about the HTML elements. Okay. Next, HTML elements. It has the attributes. What are the attributes? First, as reference attribute. Reference attribute means it is a hypertext reference attribute. Hypertext reference attribute, where it comes. I just wanted a link over here. Then we should have a tag. What is the tag name here? Anchor tag. What it defines? It defines a hyperlink over here. The hypertext reference attribute specifies the URL, uniform resource locator of the page that link goes to. Very simple. URL. It should specifies URL. Okay, that I just wanted it. If I take here as a tiger, I'll just Google it. We will get the information. Okay, can you see here in this page, in this tiger page, can you see here this color, the blue color, which is displayed here as a blue color? This is all links only. If I click this link, that page is going to open. Again, if I click this link, that page is going to open. This is a link. How to create this link? Using the help of anchor tag. So that I'm going to show you people. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. I just want a link over here. Observe. Here, Bharat. Bharat. Okay, Bharat. This I just wanted to make a link. How to make a link? Very simple. We have an anchor tag. Write it. Anchor tag starts with anchor tag, ends with anchor tag. And H reference is the attribute. Always, you have to specify when we start the tag. You have to write like this inside the start tag only, not here. Inside the end tag, if you are writing, there is no use at all. You have to specify firstly with the start tag only. H reference. Okay, I'll just I need to give here. See, with the double quotes, we are having a value here, correct? The value. The value, what we have to give here? URL. Uniform resource locator. Where it is? Address. Address we need to give. So let's take here that page, Bharat page. This is the link, right? If I click this link, it should open this page, correct? This URL, I'm going to use it. So this is the URL. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, secure protocol it is. Okay, I'll just copy and here I'm going to paste it. Okay, now you see in your page, just to refresh what it is happening. See here, this blue color link, it is changed now. If I click here, just see here, if I click, it is going to open that page. Yeah, it is going to open that page. Go back again. If I again click here, it is opening the Bharat page. Go back. This is, this page is opening on the same tab. If I want this page to open in the new tab means you have to use one attribute. What is that attribute name? Target. where we have to write in the start tag of anchor tag only. Okay, so that let's take one more anchor tag. I just want to give the Netflix link, write it. This is how we can give anchor tag. Now you go and just refresh the page. Netflix, it is coming here. Okay, now h reference is the attribute name and give the value. Now you see that, just refresh the page. Now it is blue color. This paragraph, I need to end it here. Now what I'll do, h reference Netflix link I have to give, right? Just search on a Google Netflix first link, you just open it now. This URL I need to give. Copy that URL and go here. Inside the h reference value you have to give it. What is the URL here? https www.netflix.com/in/. This is the official website of Netflix. Why it is used? For watching movies, correct? Close this tab. I'll refresh. Okay, now you see that if I click here, if I just click here, it is going to open the Netflix page. Go back again. It is opening on the same tab. I just want this link should open on the new tab. How to do that? Any idea? Yeah, we have to use target as an attribute. What we have to use as a value here? Very simple. Okay, underscore blank, which goes to the new tab. Just refresh and just click on this link. See, again it is opening on the new tab, not in the same tab, it is opening on the new tab. Getting my point? I'll just close it. Again if I open, see here, not in the same tab, it is going to open on the new tab. Click on this. See, can you see that now? I'll just close it now. Okay, if instead of this blank, if I given as a self, save and go here and just refresh the page. Just open this link. It is opening on the same tab, not on a new tab. Then what we need to do? When we are using self means it is going to open on same tab. When you are not using self, then it is going to open on a new tab. Just remember, these are very important when you are attending interviews and all. Okay, let's create one more link. Anchor tag starts with anchor tag and with it here. Let's give h reference. Yeah, let's give Zomato food delivery app. Here I just want Zomato link. Just take a new tab. This is the official page. I'll just copy the URL here and I'll just paste it here. Save the file. Whenever you do the changes, save the file, mandatory. I'll just close this. I'll just reload the page here. Zomato link will be there here. Okay, now you see the difference. This I'll just make target as a blank, not self. I'll just keep it as blank. Go here and just refresh the page. Now you see the difference, where it is opening Netflix page, where it is opening the Zomato page. Netflix, if I click here Netflix, it is opening on the same tab. Go back. If I click Zomato, where it is going to open? On the new tab. Got the difference? Self and a blank. Next, the important topic. What is that? Source attribute. Before moving to the source attribute, I just want to explain you some technical terms. We are having a protocols over here. What are the protocols? Firstly, HTTP, which means that hypertext transfer protocol. And secondly, we have HTTPS, which is hypertext, the same thing only, but there is a difference. Secure one, secured. Okay, S stands for secure. Next, SMTP. This is very simple. SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. Okay, what's the difference? Very simple. When the websites are choosing the URL as HTTP, which means that this is not the secure one. When the websites are choosing HTTPS, this is the secured one. And simple mail transfer protocol, which is used for the mail communications. So that we are using SMTP. Email. So like we have many things. The mail transfer and all, we are using this protocol. SMTP we are using it. Okay. And domains we are using. What are the domains? Domains means what? That you have to know perfectly. Domains refers to unique address on the internet. Example, we are using like example, I'll just give you google.com. Okay, .com is the domain, and like suppose eduroop.com for company name, and .com is the domain. Okay, this is the best domains you have to know. Like suppose if I have like domain name as .gov, what it is government domain. Suppose .org, what it is organization domain. .uk, .uk country codes, it is .ein India. UK means it is UK country code. So like way we are having many domains over here. You have to know at least what is domain, what is protocol. Protocols is restrictions to the websites, website users. The protocols, rules, regulations are included whenever we are going to host a website. Okay, that is the reason they are using here as a protocols. Next, come back to the attributes. We discussed reference attribute. Then we are discussing about source attribute, SRC, source attribute. Where it is used inside the image. If I wanted to insert the image, you are using the uh, image tag, img shortcut. Image tag is used to embed an image in an HTML page. Okay. And SRC, source for that image attribute, specifies the path to the image to be displayed. It always specifies the path. Okay, let's have an example. Let's have examples over here. First, I'll just open that file. attribute file. Okay, I just want to insert the image here. I'll just give image tag, save it. Inside the image tag, you need a src. src in that you are just using the source of that image, part of that image. Okay, just have, I'll just reload it. Here, nature images. I just want to take nature images. I'll just use the copy image address. Go to images. There are like many images available. Just what I'll do, right click on that image, particular image, copy image address you do, and just here paste it. Too much it is coming. Okay, let's zoom it. Yeah, okay, this one is okay. Yeah, copy image address, just go here and paste it. Save. Now you go and just reload the page now. I'll just close all these tabs. Now you see image it is coming, but it is bigger one. Full screen it is going to occupy. So for that we need to reduce this height and width. So let's give height as 200 pixel and width as 200 pixel. Now you go and just reload the page. Now it is smaller one compared to that. I just want this in the next, not here. Then we can break it. After this anchor tag, use the break tag. Again I'll use break tag. See the difference where it is going to occupy. Getting my point? Image is displayed. Here, it is displaying on the center itself. Center. See, there is like if you're not ending properly the center tag, definitely it is occupying everything on the center. Yes or no? So now you see, you check here. Now it is aligning in the left by default. Okay. Now this I just want to align in the right side. The image. What we can do? We have the attribute. What is that attribute name? Align. Which side you want? Right side. Save and just go here and just reload the page. Don't give the gap, it is not going to take. Just row. Now it is right. I just want this in the center. How to do that? Very simple. I'll just remove this align. Then what I'll do, I'll use the center tag. Then after finishing of your tag, here I'll just close the tag. Close it properly. Save and then go here and just refresh. Now it is center. Okay. Now suppose if URL address, the path of that image is not correct, that time what we can do? So come back. Now you understood how to insert the image using the source attribute. Next we are going to learn one more attributes, then height attributes, which we are providing for the adjusting the size of that image. Image tag should also contain the width and height attributes, which specifies the width and height of the image in a pixels. Always we used to specify width and height of the image in terms of pixels only. And we are discussing about alt attribute, very important. The required alt attribute for the image tag specifies an alternate text for an image. Alternate text means in the sense of what? If the image for some reason cannot be displayed. Okay, this can be due to slow connection or an error in the source attribute, or if the user uses a screen reader. That time we can use it as a alt attribute. I'll show you people. Okay, now I just want one more image over here. Let's take an image. Okay, let's give penguin images. This is so many images available. You can take one image. First, okay. This image is too. Just to copy image address you do. Here, I'll put it here. Inside the start tag of image, what you can do, attributes you need to specify. The attribute is source here. I'll just address. I am just pasting it now. Now, if you see in the file, there are like it is going to upload the image. See, it is too big one. I need to adjust with attributes. What are the attributes which we are using it here? Height as a 250 pixel and width as 250 pixel. Okay, done. Now you just refresh the page. Now it's adjusted with the height and width. Suppose what I'll do now, I'll not give the correct address now. This is now incomplete address I've given. Just refresh. Is that image is available? No. So in that cases, what we can do, we are using alt attribute. Here, a penguin image not displayed. I will save the file. Now if you see in the output, just reload the page and you see that penguin image is not displayed. So let's say just insert is, just go and refresh, is not displayed. When we have correct address, it is going to display. Otherwise, it is not going to display. You can use the alternative name for that. Then we discussed width and height attribute and the alt attribute. Next, we are going to discuss table in the next session. I hope you liked it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.